girls later.
Kind of.
Bruce, now that you're married, don't let yourself go.
You know, honestly, I couldn't let I don't know. There's no way I could let myself go. Like,
because you're not a healthy eater. It's not like you sit there and count your calories. I mean, you eat White Castle, you eat pizza.
Yeah, I'm a seafood guy. I seafood everything.
Right.
I will say I'm getting a little bit more, like, for example, I've now taken a liking hot dogs without the rolls. First off, it doesn't fill you up as much, and I don't feel as bloated. What was that all about?
Like you just eat a hot dog plain?
No, but you cook them up, and then you got some coleslaw, some macaroni salad with it.
What keeps it in?
No, you just cut it up and you eat it.
Oh.
I'm telling you. No, I'm not a healthy eater.
You've got a good metabolism.
I am fortunate. I'm going to one of my favorite restaurants. One of our go-to places. Have you ever been to Maggiano's?
No, let's go.
Okay, you like Maggiano's?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you like it, Chief?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The problem is there's like 15 things on the menu. And I always wind up ordering the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm one of those guys, too. Every time I go to a place, I always have to eat the same thing. I look at the menu and be like, this looks good.
And it all looks
do what I've been getting the last 3 years.
Oh, it all looks...
How old are you?
I'm 41.
You look really horrible. 41.
Speaking of letting themselves
All right,
go,
I'm 82. How do I look
You look
for 82?
pretty damn good.
I look good for 82.
at my physical the other day, I was told that I am overweight.
Why is this about you?
I'm telling you, you're
We're talking about us. See that? I want to make sure you get your ground here. Now he wants to make it about him. All we need to know, he should have no mic privileges today. Remember, it's guest for mic comments. How many guests we got lined up today? Well, we do have Sweet Lou.
Yeah, but I'd like that one.
Okay.
But I let him in the door.
And then we have a guy who's perfectly fine, decides to get a flu shot, and he's 6 since he got a flu shot.
Yeah, I don't like
I don't
that.
think the flu shot was the reason for my ear.
That is the reason why.
My ear was
Flat out.
bothering me leading up to that.
Dale, you know this, because how many times have you heard from somebody, they got a flu shot, and then they got the flu?
Yeah, a lot of people.
A lot of people. Why would I pay them? Why would I subject myself?
I have no idea. But answer the question.
What?
How old are you?
I told you. I'm 55. I'm the double thing.
Okay, so you're...
I look good.
I was kind of hoping you were 45, because there was still a chance your metabolism would have, but I don't think you got that much. Like my wife, she was complaining to me about 10 days ago, because she went for her annual physical.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gained a pound in 31
No,
days.
no way. No.
I
She
said,
pounded 31 years?
I said, you're getting your butt back in the gym.
Oh my God. And listen, tell me, am I crazy or am I correct? Do you know a woman, maybe even your daughters, I don't know, do you know a woman who does not think they're 5 pounds overweight? The problem, like, for the Rosie O'Donnells is she thinks she's only 5 pounds overweight. But, no, but do you know, I mean, oh my God, I put a pound of Dale, Dale, we're cutting out meat, Dale, and you have to pay the price. You should see my refrigerator. You think a bunch of rabbits eat there, okay? That's what my refrigerator looks like.
Right.
So, yeah, my wife, I don't know a woman. I don't know any women in my family. They're all the same. Okay, it's like, oh my God, I put on a half a pound for Christmas. Really? Well, by all means, you know what I do? If my wife complains, I always make the joke, all right, I'm going to go get some flour. Well, I got to roll you around in flour to be able to see it, you know? Because I got to have to roll you out of the house now. I got my wheelbarrow. Let's go. And it's, that's so funny.
Couple questions for you.
It's not made to be funny.
On a Napa Auto Parts text line. We Guru.
Yes.
Said, hey, Bruce, I've been ordering the subret hot dogs with the red onion.
My man is wrong.
Off of Amazon.
Ooh, who's this from?
This is from We Guru.
This is a guru of intelligence right here. This is bread hot dogs.
Never heard of it.
Yo, listen, you've been to New York, right?
I've been to
The
New
hot
York.
dog stands on the corners?
Yeah.
If you have not been to a hot dog stand on the corner of New York, you have not been to New York. Those are all subrets, and they have that red onion sauce, which you can only get in very select places here. And it is, man, that's a heavenly meal right there.
Billy in Phoenix wants to know, do you order a la carte at Maggiano's?
Tell me what the a la carte means.
Where you just get an item at one time.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You get the meal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what I usually do there? Like, I'll spend, you know, whatever it costs, and then I'll spend like $100 and take stuff home. And I'll get like 3 or 4 things. And then when I get home, this is where I get myself in trouble. I put notes on everything. Do not touch, do not touch, do not touch. Because if I don't, the boys will eat it and I'll never get a shot at it.
But they actually look at the do not touch and don't touch it?
They don't touch it. They laugh at me, yes.
So,
Yes.
Wing Guru has been ordering these Sabret hot dogs off of Amazon, he said.
Yeah.
Pack of 3 Sabret natural casing beef frankfurters, $53.
What?
$53 for a pack of 3.
No.
It's on Amazon.
No.
$53 for a stinking hot dog?
No. That's no.
Plus shipping.
No. Oh well. Now listen. I don't know what it costs.
53 plus shipping, or shipping's included in the 53?
That's 53 plus $17.95.
Whoa,
You're looking at $70 for hot dogs.
Listen, I trust me. Those Sabret hot dog cost.
They got it pulled up right at Amazon. It's right.
That's $17, $18 a hot dog.
I mean, they're rated 5 stars.
No. The Sabret hot dogs are not 18.
Oh no, the shipping's free. It's $17.92 per hot dog. That's what you get right there. Wow.
Yeah, listen. You've never had
You said
it.
I'm sure I have.
You're not a hot dog guy, are you?
I don't have a hot dog. Well, ball game. I don't eat hot dogs.
Tell me you're not one of those ballpark hot dog people. You know, those things. I mean, they gotta be like Sabret's, Hebrew National, Nathan.
Hebrew Nationals, one I like. The other one I like, and I forgot about it, the Thunder Dog at Phoenix Open. Have you ever had one of those?
I don't think I've had one.
Oh, the Thunderdog right there by hole 16, the original birthplace of the Thunderdog.
I want to have, because everybody says they're great, and I've never been to Chavez Ravine, but everybody says the Dodger Dog is, it's good.
It's good.
It's good, huh?
It's good, yeah.
I got a problem when you're serving sushi.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, I'm not looking for French onion soup. Sushi. Hey, can I get a croissant with my French onion soup, please? I mean, come on, man. It's a hot dog. It's a cheeseburger.
You can get that in San Diego and in Anaheim. I've been to those parts and you see there's sushi and all that stuff.
Do we have a menu from this year's? Man, I cannot wait. You know, we are exactly about 42 days away from the first real ball game.
Hey, Wing Guru says, what kind of math is Chief doing? You buy a pack of 30 hot dogs and it's like 20 bucks.
Exactly.
Amazon says 3-pack for $53.
This is the same place
put
you
in
get
some
this
red
shoe
hot
from,
dogs.
okay?
Yeah.
That's why you had to borrow money from you to pay the rent. Hey, put down your shopper's guide over there, because you're being ripped off, my friend.
Bruno Mahler says Vienna beef Chicago hot dog.
Excellent hot dog right there now.
Chicago dogs are solid.
Excellent hot dog right there now.
And then Papa Mike had texted it up last conversation. He said, plant a rose bush, Bruce, and next year you can have roses.
That
They're
comes
cheap.
with thorns, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got cans. I mean, you're a yard work guy.
Yeah, you ever finish your yard? You never told us it.
No, he hired somebody.
No, I spent $200 on this weed whacker, okay? With a blower. Really nice, too. Couple extra battery, right? Because you got to have the extra battery, right?
Yes.
So the whole thing costs like $220 after tax and shipping and all this, right? So I get it, and unfortunately, this really nice weed whacker has like fishing string for its string.
Right.
So you turn it on, you whack a weed, you got to change the string because the string is junk. It's like yarn. So I said, screw this, because it was, I had let it go for a while. It was really thick and wet. You know how hard that stuff is.
Yeah.
So I started, but I found myself after like 30 seconds having to change the string. I said, screw